I'm joined by Dr. Heather Evans, a licensed clinical social worker who has a practice in Coopersburg in Lehigh County. Anxiety, fear, a lot of us have been experiencing that kind of thing. And in our homes, many of us have children, and they may be experiencing it in their own way. In fact, I and my wife went to my son's house recently. We did the social distancing. It was to drop off presents, but we didn't want to hug each other. We did the air hugs. But my youngest grandson, Micah, just 4, he was very confused. He had that confused look in his eyes. And the kids really do take their cues from the adults, don't they?
Absolutely. Yes, they borrow from our responses. And just as we barely have a place in our brain to comprehend what's happening right now, children really don't have a place in their brain. And they're at a point in life where they are taking in from their experiences and they're making meaning of it. So they're very much borrowing from their environment, particularly their primary caregivers, on how do we respond to this. So we really have an opportunity and a responsibility to kind of guide them in how to respond to this in a way that can make sense.
All right, so they may want to ask, when will things be okay again? How can we help them to understand or to feel that things will be okay?
Great question. So first of all, I would say children absolutely need space to express their emotions, express their fears, and ask their questions. And we need to validate those in such a way that we don't consider them disrespectful or just automatically say they're complaining. It does a lot if we can just say, yep, I know this is really difficult. They're grieving too. They're facing uncertainty as well. But when they ask those kind of questions, I can say those questions need to be answered with facts. And when we don't know, we say we don't know, but we point them in the direction of what we do know. So we help them focus on what the facts are in a way that is developmentally appropriate, in a way that they can understand, and it bits and pieces of information. And we also give them things that are predictable and things they can manage and things that they can think about.
And we want them to have creative outlets. They're cooped up and they're home all the time, and we need to find some good things for them to do, right?
Absolutely. I mean, this is an amazing time for families to connect with each other and to have time that maybe they will never again have. This is an opportunity for children really to have memories that are actually quite sweet. But I think that takes creating rhythm, creating structure, creating activities that will help them to stay engaged, whether those are learning activities or family activities. The parents really have a responsibility to set the tone for what the home environment is like during this time.
All right, and some parents don't really seem to be cognizant that little ones are in earshot sometimes. Just as a quick final comment from you, I think parents need to be reminded they're being heard all the time, right?
Absolutely. Another thing that we can do is shield them from the news that they take in, from the outside information they take in, and from difficult conversations. If we're having uncensored conversations about our own emotions, our fears, or our current circumstances, the children should be protected from not having to hear those conversations. We must be careful to censor what we talk about and what they're exposed to, what they're hearing.
Good information. I'm sure a lot of people will be very much helped by that. Dr. Heather Evans, thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity.